Have you ever seen a child standing on the street corner, holding a small basket of strawberries, her hands trembling in the cold, her eyes shining with hope that someday just one persona will stop to buy from her? Before you skip this story, let me tell you a broken bar. The poor strawberry seller you're about to meet carried a secret that could shatter the arrogance of the wealthy and melt even the hardest of hearts, because what no one knew, not even she, was that she was the daughter of the very CEO whose store doors were slammed in her face. Her name was Aisha, a frail young girl of barely 15. With hair tied back into a messy braid and clothes that had been patched one too many times. Every morning before sunrise, she would walk barefoot down the muddy road with her basket of strawberries, picked carefully from the small farm where she lived with her grandmother. Life had never been kind to her. Her parents had died when she was just a toddler, leaving behind only vague memories of a warm embrace and the scent of perfume she couldn't quite name. Her grandmother raised her with love, but they barely had enough to eat. Selling strawberries was their only means of survival. One chilly afternoon, Aisha's footsteps led her outside a massive luxury store in the city. Its golden glass doors reflected her tiny figure back at her, making her appear even smaller compared to the towering building. She clutched her basket tightly, whispering to herself that maybe, just maybe, someone inside would take pity on her. With trembling courage, she stepped toward the gleaming entrance and softly asked the guard if she could sell her strawberries to the customers coming out. But the guard laughed coldly, brushing her aside as though she was nothing but dirt on the pavement. "This is a luxury store," he sneered, "not a market for beggars. Go sell your cheap fruits somewhere else." His voice was loud enough for several shoppers to hear. Some smirked, some pitied her, but none stepped forward to help. Humiliation burned through Aisha's chest, her cheeks flushing with tears she refused to let fall. She turned away, hugging her basket tightly to her chest as though protecting the little dignity she had left. What she didn't know was that someone inside had been watching. A tall, well-dressed man with sharp eyes and a presence that commanded respect had seen the entire scene through the glass. His name was Mr. Kamal, the CEO of the store, known for his ruthless business tactics and his empire of wealth. To the world, he was untouchable, but as he watched the poor strawberry girl being cast aside, something stirred in his heart, a feeling he hadn't allowed himself to feel in years. Later that evening, when Aisha returned home, her grandmother noticed her swollen eyes. She asked what had happened, and Aisha broke down, confessing how she was mocked and humiliated. Her grandmother held her close, whispering words of comfort. "Do not cry, child. The world may turn its back on you, but remember this: your worth is not in their eyes. One day, life will reveal who you truly are." Aisha didn't understand then, but those words would soon unfold in a way she could never imagine. Days passed, and misfortune struck again. Aisha's grandmother fell seriously ill. Medical bills piled up, and the small income from strawberries was not enough. Desperation pushed Aisha back to the city. This time with more courage, she decided she would not just sell at the doorstep. She would walk inside the luxury store and beg for work, any work. Her tiny figure entered through the glass doors timidly, and immediately, the same guard blocked her path. He yelled, scaring her, until the commotion drew the attention of the CEO himself. Mr. Kamal approached, his eyes locking on Aisha's frightened face. For a reason he could not explain, he felt a pang in his chest, like he had seen those eyes before. He ordered the guard to step aside and asked Aisha what she wanted. Her voice trembled, but she spoke with dignity. "Please, sir, a broken bar. I don't need pity. I only need work. My grandmother is sick, and I will do anything: clean floors, carry bags, just give me a chance." Her courage touched him, but more than that, there was something hauntingly familiar about her words, her face, her voice. He offered her temporary work at the store, allowing her to sweep floors in exchange for payment. Other workers looked down on her, whispering that she didn't belong there, but Aisha worked tirelessly, her determination shining brighter than her struggles. One late evening, while finishing her cleaning shift, she dropped her basket of strawberries. As she bent down to gather them, Mr. Kamal passed by and stopped. He looked at the strawberries carefully, and for a moment, he froze. A memory crashed into his mind, a memory of a woman, years ago, standing in his office holding the same basket of strawberries. Her face resembled Aisha's so strongly that his heart skipped a beat. That woman had been his wife, the love of his life, who had left suddenly with their child during a bitter misunderstanding. He had searched for years but found nothing. Could it be broken bar? With shaking hands, he asked Aisha about her parents. She told him she never knew Emma, only that her grandmother raised her and once whispered that her father was alive but didn't know she existed. Tears welled in Kamal's eyes as the truth unfolded. The girl standing before him, the poor strawberry seller who had been rejected at his own store, was his daughter. Overcome with guilt and love, he pulled her into his arms, confessing the truth. Aisha was stunned, unable to believe it at first, but as her grandmother confirmed everything later, her heart began to accept. The man who had unknowingly hurt her was not just a wealthy stranger, he was her father, who had been searching for her all these years. From that day forward, Aisha's life transformed. No longer was she the poor strawberry seller mocked at the store's gates. She was the rightful daughter of the CEO, embraced with love, respect, and dignity. But even as her life filled with luxury, she never forgot the pain of rejection, the hunger in her grandmother's home, or the struggles of the poor children on the streets. She convinced her father to open programs in his stores that supported underprivileged families, ensuring no child with a basket of fruit would ever again be turned away in humiliation. And so, her story became more than just a tale of rags to riches. It became a living reminder that every soul, no matter how small, no matter how poor, carries a worth that cannot be measured by wealth or status. The poor strawberry girl had not only found her father but had also found her purpose, to heal the same world that once rejected her. So the next time you see a child on the street, remember Aisha. Remember that sometimes, behind the dirt on their clothes and the hunger in their eyes, lies a story so powerful it could change lives, even yours.